When it comes to men's grooming, there's a couple of different areas that we men generally overlook. And it's rather understandable because, well, we don't talk about these things, do we? All right? We're not raised to pay attention to details like this. But men's grooming is becoming more of a thing, and I'm glad it is. Because if we men can talk to each other about it, that means we don't have to have the women trying to say something to us about it. If a woman ever comes to you and tells you you need to take care of these areas that I'm going to be talking about today, it's usually because it's a yuck factor to her. Okay, so this is going to help you just look a little bit more sharp, and it's something she won't have to worry about when she's nuzzling up to you. All right, so what are they? Here's the 3 areas that I believe ought to be paid more attention to, and that is the eyebrows, the ears, and the nose. All right, now I've made a couple different videos on how to trim the eyebrows. You guys have liked them. They've done quite well. It's very simple, it's very quick, and anybody can do it. So I'm gonna leave a link for another eyebrow trimming video at the end of this one, so all you have to do is click onto it. But what I think you need to understand is that even if no one's brought it to your attention, you probably have hair sticking out of your nose, and it's gross. Women think it's gross. I think it's gross when I'm trying to talk to somebody else. You can tell they do try to take care of their hair, like they get snazzy haircuts, they trim their beard, or they trim their mustache, or maybe they just keep a well-shaved face. But regardless, if there's nose sticking out, if there's hair sticking out of their nose, then it's just, to me, it's just gross. It's very distracting. It's kind of like, you know, those commercials with the spot on the shirt and the spot is talking to the guy, you know, making a lot of noise. To me, that's what nose hair does. So as you get to be older, this gets worse, all right? And some guys are very aware of it, and they'll try to take care of it by several different means. They'll pluck them, they'll pluck the hairs, which I don't suggest because you stand a chance of getting nose pimples when you do that on the inside, and man, they hurt. I've done it plenty of times. So you could pluck your nose hairs, but I wouldn't suggest that. You could get them waxed. I also wouldn't suggest that because I think that takes out too much hair. The hair in your nose is actually quite useful. It filters pollen and dust and helps filter mucus that goes, you know, goes down into your stomach. As gross as that might sound, it's true. That's just a natural part of our biology. So it is important that you have hair in your nose, but you just don't want to have it sticking out of your nose, or even the ones that are sticking out on top of your nose. And those need to be dealt with likewise. And so you can take care of this in a way that is painless, that is inexpensive, and very convenient, because if you just check up on this like once a week, you're going to be all right. Now the other place, like I said, was the ears. I remember the first time a woman brought it to my attention that I had a hair growing out of the outside of my ear. I was getting my hair cut, and she just pulls in this long hair. I'm not kidding. It was probably this long. I had never seen it. And so she took care of that. But ever since then, I've really paid close attention to it. And if you'll notice, older men that don't do anything with it, they have hair sticking out the inside, on the outside, and either they just have never thought about it, or they just don't care. But it's just looks very unkempt. So you can take care of this, like I said, in a very easy way without having to have it all waxed off, and you know how you see sometimes in these videos. Now, one of the things that you can do is get yourself a nose trimmer. There's all sorts of different kinds you can buy out there, but Brio has their own. I've been using Brio Beard Skate for a long time to trim my beard. I've been using their tooth whitening system, their electric toothbrush. Anything they have is just quality, and I do highly suggest them. But now they have a nose hair and ear hair trimmer. All right, it's that small. So anyway, this is not rechargeable. It does not come with a cord. It's simply powered by one AA battery that just goes into the bottom here. You pull this cap off right here. It looks like a lot of other nose trimmers. See? And all you have to do is turn it on. Down at the bottom, there's a little button. And this thing is so quiet, you can hardly hear it. I'll stick it closer to my microphone. You can barely hear this thing. And so I'm not going to demonstrate it here because my nose hairs are taken care of, but you just kind of move your nose around, get this, get what you can see. Don't try to take off everything on the inside. It will not hurt you. It will not cut you. And you just kind of move it around in there and you'll hear it coming off. And, just check it, like I said, check it about once a week and you'll feel less irritation in your nose after that. You won't have to worry about, getting a ticklish nose or anything that's gonna make you sneeze. But it does clean it up quite a bit, all right? So that's for this right here is for the inside of your nose. Come on, show up there. Right? Yeah, there we go. It's for the inside of your nose. And so it's not something you want to share with other people. You don't want to use anybody else's. Get your own from Brio. This is very inexpensive. I like the fact that it does just operate off of one battery. I have so many cords. I have cords for miles and miles in my house, and I'm getting kind of tired of it. But anyway, what you can also do with this, like I said, it also doubles as a ear hair trimmer. So you can take this part off right here. You just turn it counterclockwise, just a smidgen, pull that off, and then you can attach this little head right here. Show it to you detail here in a second. And just turn it clockwise, just a smidge. And there you have this right here. All right, so, you've probably seen your lady use one of these on her arms, on the back of her neck, anywhere else. This is a little bit louder once you turn it on. So, yeah, there you go. It is a little bit louder, but it's not too annoying. And you just kind of go over the outside of your ear, the inside, and you can use it pretty much anywhere. Well, you could use it on your arm. I don't know why you'd want to, but it does clean it up. It makes it look nice. I would not suggest using this on your eyebrows. I just would not suggest. You could, if you know what you're doing a little bit, but not to trim them up as a whole. You might do a little bit of cleanup, but this is mainly for your nose and your ears. And I've been using nose hair trimmers for quite a long time, and they're invaluable to me. Now, like I said, this is a whole lot better than plucking them out. I mean, have you ever tried that before? It's like pulling cable. It's probably strong enough to suspend a bridge. I'm not kidding about that. Anyway, nice travel size. Take it with you anywhere. I don't have to worry about recharging it. But yeah, I think nose hair trimmers are a great thing. So, check that out about once a week. Look in the mirror and see if you need any upkeep, and it'll make a big difference. I just can't stand it. I hate it when I have forgotten to take care of this area, and I look in the mirror and I look like I've got something just trying to work its way into my mustache, and it's just gross. But yeah, I have a link for you, a code down below. It'll save you 10, 15%, something like that. And that's going to be good for anything that Brio has, whether you're talking about the Brio Rays that I use on my head all the time, the electric shaver, or this, or their toothbrush system, their teeth whitening system, their beardscapes, anything. That code is good for all of it. And like I said, I highly recommend Brio. A lot of other people do too. And I think you'll be greatly benefited by it. In fact, do this and don't tell your wife or your girlfriend you're doing it. Just see if she notices the difference. I'm certain she will. Just see what happens. All right, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that. Take advantage of it. Let me know if you have. And I'll catch you in the next one. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye.